everybody, it's Safi and Marco, and guess what we're doing? We are dishing out on the movies as usual, and this is a movie called The Tenant, and it was made in 1976, and I just wanted to make sure that people aren't confused. This has nothing to do with the one that was just made, because Tenant is not, it's a homonym. So this is Tenant, and what was made is Tenet. Two different words, two different meanings, okay?
Don't mind the sound because I just have a heater on because it's cold. It's a bad cold temperatures here, so
Yes.
Gotta have a heater.
It's the evening now. It's Friday evening, in fact, March 5th. In case anybody wants to know. And just ahead of everything, if you like this video, press like. If you would like to subscribe, press that.
They gotta watch the video if they want to figure out if they like it or not.
Right, but I want to tell them ahead of time.
This is Safi's BeanBoozled because what happened was Safi aided and abetted a cat, a white cat.
Our white cat named Bernie Sanders Carlson.
A fat white cat, and
he's not fat anymore.
Knocking over BeanBoozled box, and we had two other ones, and so that's the punishment, is that Safi has to watch this.
And I hate these things.
This movie.
You understand?
She hates them.
I don't know which is worse, eating gross jelly beans that I can't stand, or doing a where you have to rate 10 seasons of TV shows for a decade and rank them as worst to best or whatever.
Which would you rather? Here's a good choice, Safi. Which would you rather do again? Have surgery or do BeanBoozled?
Well, that's real cute. Who would ever pick surgery anyway?
I don't know. You're acting like these beans are really scary.
They're gross, and I can't stand them.
Not as scary as this
I want to ask you people, if you had the choice, and maybe you, I've been reading these mystery books, there's a lot of cheesecake.
I have croissant pizza, so I don't really.
The croissant pizza, new DiGiorno's croissant pizza, it smells really good.
You can hear a crunch.
I had crappy Chinese food, and I had picked this up just as something extra, this pizza, in case there was a meal that didn't quite work out. And this pizza, it smells really good. So if you want to try that, there you go.
Got the Tenant,
It's good.
Yeah,
anyway, this is one of those where
the Tenant's going on now.
The commentary is.
We're doing a commentary now.
Oh yeah, and this was directed by Roman Polanski. Okay.
Too bad we can't have him on our channel. Safi already doesn't like it. You can tell by her face. She's like, what's going on?
Why does it sound so tinny?
Tinny?
The sound is very tinny. Oh, this is better with the... Oh, that's good. Okay, the music's gotten better. Just starts out real tinny. Oh my God, my real name. There's somebody in here with my real name.
Let's read people's stupid names. Guyland.
Well, I just happened to notice that because nobody has that name. We both.
Jugnut. Oh, Manson. There's a Manson in there. That's really bad, Safi. And then Shelley Winters. It's exciting to see her because.
This is based on a novel by Roland Topor.
Shelley Winters was really good in Lolita.
I know who that is.
It seems like she has to play terrible roles.
She probably just wanted the work, and she had good roles too.
Well, she had roles where she was a bitch.
Well, whatever. I can't say anything about that, but
Although she was the best person in Lolita out of all those people.
never seen that movie.
That'll be one you have to watch.
No, thank you.
And that's Kubrick's best movie.
Marco should know that I would like to pick movies to watch.
Well, you don't
too.
pick anything good. I mean, you picked Rosemary's Baby, and that was a.
I like to pick.
I picked that one.
Yeah, you picked that one,
you
dear.
picked.
I pick weird ones.
Yeah, you picked The Tomb of Ligeia.
Well, that is a bad mistake.
And Shock. And,
well, it's an experience.
Well, so is Lolita.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh,
okay.
That's Roman Polanski right there.
I'm not disliking anything
right?
so far. Yeah.
A million years ago.
I'm gonna eat my croissant pizza now. I've already seen this movie, so I know what's gonna happen.
Does he really have an accent?
Yeah.
I've never heard him talk. That guy in the movie,
You know what?
the Hollywood with Brad Pitt. That guy really looked like him.
Shelley kind of looks like Slimer from Ghostbusters in this movie.
Oh, good. We can look at vintage dishware. Ooh, you never touch a strange dog, ever.
But especially one owned by Shelley Winters.
Well, you just can't. They don't know you, and you never do that.
It looks like a very trashy place from this point of view that we've seen.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's historic. Look at the winding staircase.
Oh, that's not going to be very good in this movie. And this movie is rated
Oh, gross.
You might have to, and that's going to be the flavor of one of those beans, Safi.
I have to do that?
Yeah.
I have to eat that now?
Well, when you don't like something.
Well, she's playing a character, so
Well, I know. I don't not like that, but
I can't fault her for that. And she's wearing a plastic hairband.
see, in my opinion, I've already seen it before, and I think the movie's really good all the way up until the last 30 minutes. And so I probably won't have to take any beans.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Well, maybe
That's kind of like cheating. Oh my God.
I think one thing I'm already having an issue with is the lack of music, because I feel like that's the bathroom, Safi. No bathroom in the apartment. The bathroom is shared by everyone.
Yeah. Oh.
That's a lot of money.
What nationality is he?
Well,
Czech?
he's Polish or
Polish.
Jewish. I can't remember.
Well, he's not. People who are Jewish don't just have an accent, so he has to be another nationality. Now, I don't understand. She's not the landlord?
No, she's the concierge. Remember that from the producers?
Yeah, that's usually a hotel.
Like, I'm the concierge!
Hotel person.
Well, there's sort of like a lack of music. Like... there doesn't have to be music all the time, but I feel like some of these moments could have been elevated more with a little music. Like when he looks at the place where she killed herself, like that should have had some music there. Like if this was The Shining, there would have been a really great piece of music there. And I feel like that's a little bit of a weakness. But
that's very unusual for there to be a music deficit, because it's usually overkill, like Barney.
Well, I don't mind it because if there's not really that much music, you can just focus on the performances.
Well, yeah.
And in this movie, the performances are all really good. So
I could look at.
You can look at
You can look at all the vintage objects.
Oh, look at that statue.
I know, I saw that. You do see those for sale, only it's more of the head. I mean, just the head, a little bit of neck.
Suppose you ate a BeanBoozled and you had to relieve yourself in the middle of the night. Safi.
Well, it's true.
He smokes a lot in this movie, and that is something that's kind of bothersome.
Well, that's what they did. He's not smoking. He's pretending.
Well, I could tell there. Did you like that, Safi? And I don't like this old guy at all. He's very... the problem is that he's supposed to be creepy, but I just think he's more of a jackass than anything. Like, he kind of reminds me of Jade, that guy from Whiplash.
Guy from what?
J.K. Simmons. He
Oh,
reminds me of J.K. Simmons
nah.
the way that he's just like,
That guy's more of a comedian.
I'm a jackass, and I'm old, and that's all I am. And
it's kind of a cliche.
the characters should be more creepy, though.
Grumpy old man.
No agendas in this movie so far. Why is that? Because it's made in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my high school era.
This is why you watch movies that came out before the year 2010, because they're always better than the ones that come out today.
It's weird to see nurses dressed like nurses. No more. This isn't the United States?
This is France,
Okay.
which
I got confused because nobody's speaking French. I mean,
I should have looked up if this movie was made when he had to escape to
oh
France.
my God.
Looks like the Invisible Man. Should look like
No.
Safi. Now, something I will have to take a beam for. Ooh,
Okay.
it's very
oh
gross.
God. Okay, what do I do?
Spin the wheel.
Okay,
Oh, what is that? You got rotten milk or coconut.
Oh God.
Here you go.
Oh God. No. I hate.
I'm gonna take a beam because
we're in a hospital and they just. Okay, I don't even want to say it out loud. But it's now I gotta have this gross bean.
because it's gross. You like it?
Oh God. Oh God.
What? Oh no! Stella! Your friend Stella! Oh God, this is gross. That's a very well done horror moment. That's probably one of the best parts of the film. It's very creepy.
Oh God.
The thing that I have to oh look! Oh no! That was really good though. But the thing I have to criticize is the fact that he brought her a fucking bag of oranges. What the fuck was he thinking? A bag of oranges?
Oh, I know.
A bag of oranges?
But like that old guy said,
Take a
he's kind
spin.
of like a.
Oh, look, I got blue. The easy flavor. Mmm.
Oh God, it still tastes in my mouth.
I got berry. Mmm.
Ugh. Have you ever gotten the coconut?
I've gotten both. Yeah, coconut's okay.
Ugh.
I've gotten it a few times.
Oh God.
The one I've gotten the most is probably the blue one. The blue one is like
Look at those little one of us a pair of teeth. Maybe. Sorry.
now.
I just had Gatorade washed that. I can't, and I still taste it, and I'm about to die.
They could have gotten a better looking actress to play this character.
No, those big glasses were in back then.
Yeah.
Big glasses, platform shoes, maxi dresses, midi dresses.
Well, I think it's on purpose because her character's supposed to be strange, but I don't know. I just it's beyond this comprehension.
I don't like all the smoking, but I
I
know
told
that's
ya.
what they did, though. So I can't criticize it when I know that's what happened.
Look at that guy in the background. Look, he's smoking too. No. That is pretty strange, but I don't know. Could be because of brain damage. Because of the fall. That was a really funny line. Oh, see? She's not supposed to be really too likable, so...
Well, Bruce Lee.
Well, I've never seen a Bruce Lee movie, so maybe we should have done that as a commentary.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, you're not going to like this part.
Why?
I'm probably going to look away so I can eat my croissant pizza. I like the angle, though. It's a... I'm not going to say... I'm just going to let Safi speak for me because she's not going to like it any more than I did. See, look, watch this. It's coming at like 3, 2, 1. She's gonna immediately look over here and take a bean.
Gross.
Yeah, see, I told you. And the weird. Oops. And of course, Roman. His instinct. He's probably the same thing he'd do in real life if that happened.
Oh.
I think it's a very odd choice to show a Bruce Lee movie because, number one, it's kind of weird because it reminds you of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But also, it's weird because you normally, if there's a horror movie, you would show a horror movie playing in a horror movie. It just makes more sense. Like in Scream, at the end of Scream, they're watching Halloween, and there's lots of other examples, of course. A lot of Rob Zombie movies. He plays like White Zombie and old horror movies inside the horror movies. But
do what?
and if you're wondering about my favorite pizza topping, it's probably ranch dressing.
Really? God, why is it that almost everybody's smoking? But when I did some temporary work in 1986 in Chicago, everybody in the office had a cubicle, and I was a temp, and they were smoking.
It's fine with me because nowadays you don't see any smoking in movies, so
That's because people get pissed off.
I think it's sort of a waste. It's sort of like, I don't know.
I don't think they should be showing people smoking.
But the thing is that they do it overboard or they don't do it at all. Like,
Well, I don't think they should show it anyway.
yeah, but they'll have a redneck character and there'll be cigarettes all over the place. And
Well, it's really
it's like,
hard because
ugh.
some people smoke.
Like, remember that when I went over to that person's house for a cookout, and it just smelled like cigarettes. It was so fucking gross. There weren't cigarettes all over the place and cigarette butts, and it's such an over exaggeration. So I think that they should go back to showing smoking more because they just had
I don't.
they had this recent movie where the main woman is vaping all the time.
Oh,
It's
God.
like, ew, gross. That's even worse because it's like people who vape are like hipsters. who
Well,
are like, you know, Twitter blue check marks with blue hair.
I just went to the store a few days ago and I walked by two people, a couple, and they reeked of cigarettes. I have not walked by anybody like that in a long time. I mean, they just stunk.
A lot of the time, it's not even the fact that they smoke all the time; it's the fact that they smell all the time.
Well, they don't understand. It gets in everything, every orifice, every skin cell, every strand of hair, every particle of clothing, and shoes and socks.
Well, I like this
And
movie so
you
far.
stink.
And it's sort
What
of.
about all the woman stuff?
He has that stuff too. He's keeping it.
Well, he should put it off to the side.
See, people who've already seen the movie, wink, wink. It's kind of like the same story as Rosemary's Baby a little bit. The way that he's moving into this new apartment, and he's got to figure out this mystery of, like, the past person who's at this apartment. And I just think this movie is so much better because the main character, he's so much more likable than Rosemary was. Because she was so stupid in that movie. And of course, why doesn't he have a towel? He has to go find a towel on his clothing drawer. To me, that's sort of like an excuse to move the camera over somewhere. And why is it this? The wallpaper looks very strange. And this music is sort of cheap TV mystery music. Or like music from an old radio program. And now here we go. The bathroom scenes are really creepy.
Oh my God! We'll watch people go to the
No,
bathroom.
he closes the window. That's kind of like a rear window type of thing, but it's even creepier because as the audience, that that's the only bathroom, so it's like, it makes it even creepier the fact that he can see that through his window. And now this scene explains why I wanted us to have hot chocolate. See, look at that scoop of hot chocolate.
What is it with the big noses?
Oh God, Safi, that's so racist.
No, I think it's a French thing.
God, Safi.
No, it's nothing. It's not. I'm not saying anything bad against, because I have a friend who lives in France.
Oh, I bet you do. Is it Roman Polanski?
I don't know where that guy lives. No, it's Muriel. Known her for 32 years plus. Marlboro. He's covering up the name. Why is that? But he said the name.
Well, that was creepy the way that they had the camera, like, just the shot of, like, how he's handing it to the camera. That was a great shot.
Well, they did that back then. They did not show product names. So I think they tried to avoid it.
Now, this scene, I'm not a fan of this scene. I don't really think that it has any importance in the film at all. Oh wait, yes it does. Never mind. I wasn't paying attention to that before. Which makes me sound like a bad.
It's a
viewer.
Catholic church. She's wearing a scarf.
Looks like a little hussy. Stella the hussy.
That used to be a thing too. In a Catholic church, all the women had to wear head coverings.
Well, nowadays, if Roman Polanski goes to church, he'd probably have to wear a covering so people don't stone him to death. That's a cool shot. Oh, see? Gotta smoke again? Good music. It's like a hammer Dracula music, and then that's strange how the front doors are locked. Usually the movie cliche is that the front doors aren't locked, so I guess that's kind of cool.
And look what he's wearing. Isn't that a vest?
Yeah. He looks like a little kid sometimes.
Well, I have some of those. And that is 70s. For men.
And look at the food. Is that pizza? Now, this salad looks gross. Look at that, Safi. Look. It's oranges and bananas. Oh, God. That is the grossest thing I've ever seen. Would you eat a salad with nothing but orange and banana?
This was France, remember?
Uh-oh. Now he's opening another can of fruit. What the hell? He's kind of fruity in this movie. Wink, wink to the people.
What?
What? I didn't say anything. I'm not a very good actress. That guy looks familiar, but he's not. I mean, these guys are pretty creepy looking. Some of them look like serial killers that I've seen before, so. She looks like she could be a witch. Yeah, women's lib.
I
Keep
told
that
you.
out of it.
That's when people talk about it.
Watch this, Safi. Look, Safi, look. Look.
I knew it. I knew they were going to do that. That doesn't surprise me at all.
But you can't blame them because
I know.
there's no bathroom in the apartment. Now this scene is really a buzzkill scene. Look at that. That's what you call a bunch of bullshit. Take a bean, Safi. It'll wake you up more. You gotta stay awake, Safi. This is the commentary. The audience would despise you for this.
Sure we can't do part 1 and part 2?
Fuck that. This movie can't be watched in parts.
Why not?
Because it's a Roman Polanski experience, and as you know about Roman Polanski experiences, you have to watch them all at once to get them over with. Like with Rosemary's Baby, where I watched it and it was like torture. I was like, oh god, who likes this movie? And this movie's really good. I really like it so far. And that, see, the great thing is that like now we're gonna have the suspense of him making any noise at all. And it's like, this is a sickening situation that he lives in where he can't like do anything because it'll make noise. And now as we see, he's gonna, a normal person should be picking up that broken glass, but he's going over and taking his shoes off and going to bed. I mean, ugh. He turns the light off. I mean, it's very. It's sort of like he's in a abusive home or something. Because no offense, but you know, no matter what time it is, he should be able to, you know, do things like a normal person, like picking up broken glass. Get up, Safi. Get up.
I am.
Get up, Safi. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do. Take a bean. Take a bean to wake yourself
I don't
up.
trust those beans.
Yeah.
I never get a good bean.
Well, that's not the point of the commentary.
The last time,
if
out of all the beans, the only nice one I had was like a fruit one.
You got 2 good beans. I counted. So if you're cheating, you got to take double beans. So I wouldn't cheat if I were you.
Oh my God, he's walking on the floor and there's oh God, there's food.
And of course, he's not allowed to pick that up at night because it don't make too much noise. And look at this guy.
Is that supposed to be his garbage?
Yeah. I don't think it wouldn't be good if someone with a obsessive disorder would like watching this scene.
Well, he just have to come back and pick it all up.
Yeah, but it's frustrating to watch because it's such a small. These garbage cans are so tiny. I mean, look at that. Look at how small those are. Look, they're Shelley Winters, the Slimer.
That's how small those little yellow cans in Pennsylvania are for the recyclables for a week. You're supposed to fit your whole week's recyclables in that little tiny can. You're not going to clean up his mess? People could fall on that stuff.
People already cleaned it up. Look, it's all gone now. So that, I guess, that's the first kind of strange thing to happen in the movie. Uh-oh. That did happen. And probably one of the, well, I guess we can't really talk about it until it's further explored, but notice how good this movie is. We've only had to take one bean each so far. I mean, that's how good this movie is. That just shows you like the quality difference of movies made back then versus nowadays. And now Bernie, the cat, got up probably to come over here and say sorry. Bernie, get over here, you little shit. You gotta say sorry. Oh, never mind, he's leaving. Uh-oh. See? That's a really good shot.
I wouldn't want to have my window open to look in there all the time. I just keep it covered up.
Now watch this, Safi.
It's a peephole.
It's gonna be the next Bean. I guarantee it. I was wrong with the movie theater scene because of how, she reacted to Dolomite. She's like, that movie has nakedness in it, so I don't like it. And so, I know with this scene it's gonna upset her. Watch this, Safi. Pay attention now.
It looks like a tooth.
That's not grossing you out.
Mm.
Why did she put it in the wall? I mean, that's really gross. She carved out a hole in the wall and put that in there. Which later in the movie, I guess we get a little explanation into why she could have done that, based on something else that happened. But and now he's looking through her things.
Ugh, I'm freezing.
Well, you have to stay awake, Safi.
Well, how much more?
A lot more.
Oh.
And you gotta stay awake.
I told you not. I can't.
And you
watch
gotta take the beans. I gave you plenty of notice, and it's time to take beans.
Or maybe I should have a cup of coffee.
You want to go get a cup of coffee? I'm giving you the chance.
I know.
Go ahead.
I'll try to put it off. I want to see what's that, nail polish?
Look at that. He's got to turn the light off now. It's Stella. Oh no. Look, there's Roman Polanski's Perfect Woman. To the left. If you guys get that. Look at him, he's like, you can move in with me. Yeah, I don't think it's very common to get kicked out of an apartment for making noise unless it's extreme noise. there's a lot of mystery in this film. Like it's very strange how.
Well, he's not in his now. He's in that other guy's. Oh my
No,
God!
this
Look
is
at that
his.
weird record player.
This is his place. But I wanted to say it's very strange how they introduced that love interest character, and so far she hasn't appeared back again, and I sort of feel like a bad structure issue where she should have been in more. But and later on in the film, you'll get why they chose not to have her as much. I guess this guy is the closest we get to a good character in the film.
How can you enjoy that?
Wait, is it his friend's house?
Yeah.
So I guess they're just doing that to relax or something. Very strange.
None of the decor is the same.
Huh. Another can of fruit? No. What is it? What is that? Ew, he licked the fork. Oh! It's cold too, probably. It's still finally back. I mean, I'm just confused of why you introduced that character.
Don't! I'm freezing!
Wake up, Safi. You gotta stay awake in this movie. You got a long way to go, so I don't know why you'd be doing it.
Well, then it's dragging out a little bit,
No,
isn't it?
it's not. It's perfect. And you knew that a Roman Polanski movie was going to be like this, Safi. And, you got to start taking beans because...
Well, hon, I have muscle cramps in my legs, so I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep.
If you cheat and you don't take a bean, then you're going to have to take triple beans.
I've already had a bean. That's the last bean I'm ever going to eat.
No, that's not true.
Got somebody standing at the bathroom again. They're just standing there and they're not going to the bathroom.
See, that's like something what they should have done in the Stepford Wives, is have a scene like that or something, because that's kind of what it reminds me of. Like, it's very weird, and I really hate the explanation that they give for why the people are doing that later on in the film, but I won't spoil what it is. It's sort of like almost like a metaphor for understanding a film, why they're doing that. So it's even more irritating because it's like the writers think they're smarter than they actually are. Here, Safi, have a refreshment. Here.
Brazen.
Have a refreshment. Yeah, no.
She's not dead.
Yeah, she is. Yes. And that's very strange. I don't understand that at all. So this guy just walks in, and
No,
it's
that
like
other guy was the guy at the movies.
he was.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but why is he pointing at the sad guy and saying that he can't have a drink? I don't understand. That did not make any sense whatsoever. That was being worthy, Safi! Being worthy! Oh. Coconut or spoiled milk? Now watch this, Safi. Watch this. Coconut or spoiled milk. Because for some reason that random guy comes in with the movie theater guy and says everyone can have a drink except for the sad guy for no reason. Just doesn't make sense at all. He didn't say, oh, I think it's because of your looks or what. Like, there's no reason. Oh! I got spoiled milk! Safi!
I told you.
Take your beans! No, I don't want to take his beans! Oh no! It tastes like the chicken pot
Look
pie.
at that. They give him a ashtray. Cigarettes.
It was very weird how they're forcing that same order that that woman used to get on him all the time. It's very, it's just not horror enough. Like, in better horror movies, you know, it needs to be more than that. It's not enough to warrant what happens later on in the film. Because honestly, hot chocolate is not something to go insane over. Hot chocolate is good. Maybe if he got all those retarded neighbors of his together and they all had hot chocolate together, then they'd all get along. And there'd be world peace because of hot chocolate. Right, Safi? I don't think Safi's in this game too much anymore. I think she needs to take a bean for her behavior.
I'm looking at all the vintage.
Her lack of commentary.
What is he doing?
He was robbed.
Oh.
There's Slimer. I mean, she literally could play Slimer. Okay, that's it. Safi, get up. Time to go get a coffee. Get a damn coffee right now.
Why are they complaining
You're
about
dampening the mood. You're ruining the commentary. Go get a coffee.
I'm tired.
Go get a coffee right now. The video is still on. Hurry up.
No, just keep playing.
No, you fall asleep. You're ruining the commentary. Go get the coffee, and you're gonna have to take a beam when you get back in here because
I'm not gonna be.
Yeah, you are. You've been falling asleep.
Sour.
You can't.
Milk.
You can't cheat. If you cheat, you take triple or quadruple beans, and you don't want to be doing that. So let's get going here.
We're only halfway.
Yeah, that's why I said go get a damn coffee.
Oh.
Go get a coffee.
Yeah, I'm freezing too. That's another part of the problem.
Go get a coffee.
Okay, I'm taking this.
Be glad you're not going to the coffee shop from Promising Young Feminazi, where that woman spits in the coffee. Remember that?
Oh, God. Promising young woman.
Promising Young Feminazi.
No, it's just... poor.
Okay, and I'm gonna narrate while Safi is gone.
Alright.
Getting coffee.
All the landlord, I guess, is complaining about... I don't know what he's complaining about.
And he's got a baguette in his hand, which is hilarious. See, I think the thing is, this movie has too much comedy in it. You know, it really needed more horror in it to be more effective, because it turns into another type of movie all out of nowhere in the last 30 minutes, and it's very jarring. I mean, if you want to compare it to The Shining, I mean, a lot of people have compared this to The Shining, and I think that the mistake is the fact that in The Shining, you got creepy stuff happening right off the bat. You got that conversation in the car where they're talking about the cannibalism. You got just the scene where he's like learning about the history of the hotel, and he makes that face, and there's like a creepy look in his face, like that he's gonna fucking get that way too, and it's very creepy. Whereas in this movie, it's almost like it's almost like you're a little kid, and there's like an old grandparent, and they're just telling you a story, and they're taking as long as they want to, and the kid, even though the kid started out interested, they're losing interest because the grandparent just goes on and on. Which people probably like, well, Marco, you're going on and on. Well, that's because I have to commentate. I'm not just going to sit here with silence like, that's not good entertainment. And of course, Safi, I can tell she's been cheating, which isn't going to be very well for her, because this whole thing, I decided to do it because she did what she did purposefully letting the cat destroy the beans. Almost like an attempt to sabotage the channel. An attempt to sabotage future BeanBoozled commentaries. I was going to do Raw commentary. I was going to do all sorts of commentaries. And now we have to do this punishment commentary for Safi. And, I hate taking these beans. I mean, they affect your taste. They're gross. They get stuck on your tongue. But, I do it for the channel. And, she's going to get coffee, which is going to make things even worse for her because I learned this in science class, it's going to reset her taste buds. And so she doesn't realize it, but it's going to make the bean taste even worse because now it's almost like not even having had a bean, and you have a bean and it's like, ugh. But anyways, like this movie, it is kind of dragging a little bit, but I think that it's kind of like drag in disguise, because if there was good horror stuff going on, you wouldn't feel like it's dragging. But yeah, Roman's performance in this movie is really good. I mean, say what you will about the person, which, I think he's a very talented filmmaker, and, I wish that I could have been his student when he taught, apparently in New York Film University somewhere. Because a little known fact, there's a serial killer named I think it's the dating show killer, Rodney Alcala. He actually got to learn under Roman Polanski as a film student, and so, that would have been fun. I could tell he'd be a great teacher. He seems like a very wise teacher. Someone who, maybe he's not like the best person to be around, and he's not like a great like buddy to hang out with, but it seems like he'd be very wise and be very almost like a Mickey from the Rocky series, where he's really smart, and he advises you, and he tells you, Marco, this movie can't be 1 hour and a half long. It's got to be 2.5 hours. We got to fit in those extra scenes where we have the shots of people walking around, and we can't have a movie be an hour and 30 minutes because that will be wasting the audience's money, and it'll make people feel like they've been cheated, kind of like how they feel when Safi does commentary.
Oh, give me a break. I overloaded the circuit. I have to go to the base.
Uh-oh. See, Safi is sort of like on another level this morning and nighttime now. I mean, I'm not even drunk, and she's acting drunk though. I mean, I don't know what's going on with her. It just shows that when you do these BeanBoozled commentaries, you get in another type of mindset. And, it doesn't even matter to you in the moment whether you're cheating out your audience or not. But I feel like she should realize she is cheating out the audience, because the audience came here to watch two people talk and be funny and cringe while they take beans. They didn't come on here to watch Safi fall asleep and then walk around overloading circuits and messing around with coffee and things like that, nature stuff. So anyways, I watched Coming to America this morning, the second one, Coming to America. And number one, it shouldn't have even been called Coming to America, because they're only in America for like 10 minutes of the film, spoiler alert, and it's a piece of shit movie. And so I feel like, at least I get to watch this movie right now. Even though this movie, I do have some issues with it. In terms of Roman Polanski movies, my favorite movie of his is definitely Oliver Twist. from what I've seen, because that movie was very dark, and it did a perfect job of pacing and having great villains, and like that movie is really frightening, and that movie knows what to do, and then also Fearless Vampire Killers is really good. I have that one. I only saw it once, but I really liked it. Uh, and then after that, I would say Carnage is the next best one. You know, Carnage was actually based on a play, and as I've said before, it's almost like Roman Polanski specializes in plays where it's like people talking and people walking around eating foods. Like that's a theater type of thing where it's like, oh, we're in a play, we're eating food on stage, and normally in movies there's not so much of that to the point of where it's like, every scene smoking, licking fingers, licking forks, very strange behaviors, and I think that the thing is that Roma's performance is so good that you don't really realize that he's an insane person until the last 30 minutes. But the last 30 minutes completely derails the film for me and completely makes it to where, all the mysteries that have been building up, they fall flat. And I think Safi's going to have to realize that, of course. I wonder when Safi's going to actually come back in here, because it's already been 13 minutes of me rambling. And so that means that, there's an hour and 5 minutes left. I don't know what she's thinking. Do I need to make some noise? Do I need to do the broom thing? Something like that, I would say that this has been a mixed commentary. I think that a better commentary that didn't need to happen. I think that a better commentary would have more beans. This movie is just so good, though. It's really good. It's quality. There's no agendas. It's there's not really any overt sexuality bullshit where it's like, oh, all the females are dressed like hookers, or all the females are dressed like nuns. Everyone's sort of just dressed like normal people would be dressed. And, we have this shot right here. Let's analyze this shot. Well, as we can see, Roman, I can't remember his character's name because it's like, that's Roman's name in this movie. I'll just call him Roman the Tenant. The Tenant, he's got this very creepy look on his face, and he's squinting a little bit, and that's very disturbing. He sort of looks like a woman in this picture, and I wonder if some of the acting choices that he made are trying to foreshadow what happens pretty soon. And we got this fucking landlord, and he is probably one of the worst characters in the film. I don't understand this obsession with noise. Normal people, they make noise. Like, you need to get a fucking life. Jackass, 80-year-old fucking senior citizen, Gran Torino looking motherfucker. You need to get a life. People make noise. What's with making all this noise? You're causing a fuss. You're yelling at Roman and threatening him, and it's like, that's making a noise, you fucking hypocrite. And you've got Roman the Tenant here, and he's like, nee. That's the kind of face he's making, and I don't know what's going on with that. I think that it's really kind of a depressing movie the more and more it goes on. This movie is sort of like Taxi Driver without the final shootout. And I think that that is the biggest problem. You know, Taxi Driver as a movie would not work unless you had that final shootout where there's finally something that happens in that movie. And, you know, I really like that movie. You know, Safi hasn't seen that movie. And I think the more and more that this movie goes on, the more and more I'm thinking, you know, Safi's going to have to take 5,000 beans. And, you know, it doesn't matter how she takes them, but she's going to have to take the beans. And then she's going to have to do Taxi Driver BeanBoozled Commentary to make up for this disaster where she's just completely I mean, this is, what, 17 minutes now? I mean, that's just a disgrace. I mean, was this commentary going to turn into a 3-hour Zack Snyder movie? I mean, I don't understand what's going on here. I can hear she's like putting sugar in the coffee. I don't know why. There's already enough sugar in these fucking beans. You know, who knows when she comes back, you know. I really wanted to watch the Monster Squad tonight, so maybe I'll just turn this movie off and put on Monster Squad while Safi is fooling around in the kitchen. You know, Monster Squad is a far superior film than this, partly because it's even more politically incorrect, where, you know, there's multiple offensive things in that movie, which sort of makes it a better movie because it makes it more real. This movie prides itself on being real, and yet there's not a lot of offensive stuff in the movie. And that's why Matilda talked to Batman in The Dark Knight City Rise. Okay, Safi. You ready to take a bean, Safi?
Not taking any bean. I didn't do anything wrong.
It's been 18 minutes now.
Well, that's because somebody didn't tell me that I had gotten it right or wrong. So I went downstairs and I went back upstairs.
You've been falling asleep. You've been disrespecting the audience.
Do you know how early I get up, everybody? 5 o'clock in the morning.
You should be enthralled by this motion picture.
Nothing could enthrall me. It's the problem is getting up 5 o'clock in the morning is problematic.
The main love interest is
love interest.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta be kidding.
Not this old man, but someone else in the film. Not Slimer Winters. And I really think that people need to look into the Manson person who worked on this film because, you know, what if that Manson person was...
Oh, Marco, don't be ridiculous.
A spy to try to derail the film. And I use derail as not as a pun, of course, because that would be very insensitive. I'll explain that one to Safi after. Okay, you ready, Safi?
Yep.
Better start taking beans, cheater. I know what the game you're playing, and I'm on to you.
Oh.
I never noticed that. That was really cool.
Horrible. I don't think that was part of the plan.
I really don't like this character at all. He's kind of a ball breaker. Like Safi. Look at that. That baguette.
It looks good. Crispy bread, fresh bread, baked in the oven.
How about a baguette flavored jelly bean, Safi?
Yeah, okay, Marco.
Start taking the beans. Uh-oh. I'm a French citizen.
I haven't heard him speak a word of French, though. Have you?
No. Oh.
Oh.
God, Safi, I mean, what a jackass telling him he's got to wear slippers now. F off!
What's the problem?
I don't want to wear slippers. Look, there's Stella.
He's just throwing his trash on the floor?
Yeah. Well,
they did that back then, too.
He's a renegade. He's he's kind of like Han Solo in that way.
Look, there's a bowling pinball machine.
Isn't he kind of like Han Solo, Safi? Couldn't you imagine him being Han Solo?
No, not at all.
I mean, no offense, but she's very weird looking.
Who?
She looks like a bookworm.
It's just because she's wearing those glasses.
She looks very weird. She looks like someone at a Goodwill. Someone who go to Goodwill and look around for dishes and shit. Bernie, get over here
No,
and
please.
apologize for what you did. I mean, look at that. See, the thing is that you know Roman had a hand in casting. And you know usually he would cast a blonde woman, like his wife, well, his former wife, I should say. And, you know, I guess it's very purposeful that he cast a dark-haired woman instead. And this was kind of like...
Oh, she wrote that?
No. Remember when Michael was giving away all those books? He's like, here, look at these books. You can take one. That's what it's like. And this music is terrible. And look at that, his drink is almost gone. What a simp. I mean, a real man would say, refill my drink now. But instead, he's just sipping on that little dribble at the end. It's like, you know, what a little simp. I mean, look at that. Just sipping. He wasn't even drinking there! It's very strange music. It's not party music. It's not.
I know.
I don't know who chose this music, but they need to be taken out back and taken out to the pasture and shot. Weird painting. I don't know what's in that painting. What's going on? Got some fatty in a dress. Some men around her. Ugh. Safi.
What?
You know how I can tell you're cheating?
I don't know what you're
Because
talking about.
we both agreed that the music was terrible, and you won't take a bean.
Oh, okay.
When you don't like something, you gotta take a bean.
Okay, what's that?
That
won?
is Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks.
Okay, what would that be?
There you go.
If this is bad, I'm gonna be really mad.
Now I'm gonna take one. Oh shit.
Okay, this is bad, I can tell.
I got stink bug or toasted marshmallow.
Oh, good.
Oh no! I got stink bug! Oh no! It's like the ending to the movie.
Wait a minute, where are they now?
I don't know. I don't want to know. There's stink bug. No! I don't like a stink bug! He's at her place. Stink bug! Oh!
It's her apartment.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Let's look at her decor.
It's your turn to take a beam, Roman. Play along with the audience. Ugh. Oh. Oh no. Do you like the stinky socks, Safi?
It was,
Huh?
none of them taste that great. It was bubble gum or something. Marco, I can't hear it.
Uh-oh. It was like me when I was doing the Promising Young Feminazi commentary. I was just telling the audience that you haven't seen Taxi Driver, which,
You haven't seen what?
you'll see.
He probably hasn't been able to sleep very well.
Yeah, because he's not allowed to sleep. If he sleeps, they'll be like, "Oh, you made noise by turning in your bed. You made noise by rolling over. Oh no!" And I don't know. The love interest, she's very weak. Sort of on purpose, but once you know it's on, well, her character is just very weak.
Oh,
Now
God.
he's puking.
Why? Just because you had alcohol?
He's puking in her toilet, and it's like, what is this? Did he have a stink bug bean? Now he's like, very, very weird behaviors. You know, I mean, that's not really a scene that happens with the love interest usually, where he leaves without saying goodbye. And now we're gonna get another scene, very strange scene. Madam
Mm.
I mean, this was made in '76, but so this movie was made after Manson,
Mm.
after his wife
Oh, yeah.
was murdered. So why would he knowingly hire someone on his crew named Manson?
He may not have known.
Well, I think that that's kind of creepy for him to do that, and kind of questionable. I mean, that should be something that he should be held accountable for. Yeah, we get another rear window style scene.
Yep, those rear window scenes were funny or quirky or pleasant.
Not
They
all the
weren't
times.
odd.
And see, look, he's got the binoculars too. Come
And
on,
wouldn't they
Safi.
see him do that?
Oh! That's very weird. And he's still sitting. Is he just gonna? I mean, it's hard to tell. Are they implying that he's been sitting there for a long time just watching people in the bathroom, or is this just after?
Oh, he's still wearing his coat.
Yeah, he likes to wear those types of coats in movies. There's Madame Diaz. She's probably one of the weakest characters in this movie. I mean, she is just trash. I mean, I'm really like,
Who?
the woman and her daughter.
What does she do?
Nothing. Really? She's. She's lying now. but her character is just not strong.
Their lair.
I don't like this acting.
Is this based on a book?
Yeah. Oh. I just think her character really isn't that great in the script, but regardless, I think a better actor should have been hired because the acting was very over the top and very cartoony, and it really doesn't fit in with this. It really doesn't fit in with this movie and all the other people who act very normal. And I mean, speaking of noise, I mean, how are they okay with this and not okay with other noise?
Oh wow, look, there's the Eiffel Tower. One, two, three, four French men
This is the scene
having
with the-
some
nope.
alcohol.
That scene's gonna have a bean in it, probably. Safi doesn't know that though. What's going on here? Oh yeah, this is a weird scene. This is a very strange scene.
Who was that? He's having a psychic scene.
I didn't understand that scene at all the first time I watched it because it's very weird and out of nowhere. And as I said, the actress is very cartoony, and so it just didn't work for me. He strangles himself, which I mean, I think the main issue is the fact that no one has raised any concern that he's been watching people in the bathroom.
Well, that's his apartment.
Okay, so let's finish. Now, obviously, it's a very retarded scene. And yet again, what about that noise? That sounds like nails on a chalkboard. That's sweeping.
I know it.
Okay, Slimer. You need to stop eating so many baguettes. Okay, now. Here we go. Safi. Now.
Why is it doing that?
I'll show them.
Oh, it's just one nail.
Now, obviously, we've seen. Not really. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did you hear what she did, Safi?
No,
She got food poisoning, and she had diarrhea in front of everyone's doorstep
Oh my God.
as payback because she can't go to the bathroom. Ugh.
Oh God.
And now he's afraid they're gonna blame him because there's not any at his doorstep. Now, Safi, you can sense an incoming being, so you might as well take it now.
Oh, I don't think I can after that.
Take it while you
I feel
watch
like I'm
it.
gonna throw up.
Take it while you watch it, Safi, because it's time to take a bean in this scene. I might have to.
God, that's even worse than Better Call Saul.
Watch this. What's he doing?
Okay, I don't want to look. Oh God. Why is he doing that?
To put it in front of his doorstep so that they'll think that she did it for him too. That's very gross.
Oh God. Oh, gross.
Take a bean, Safi.
What's the matter now? He can't sleep? He's so traumatized. I think I'd just pack up and move out.
See, the way that Safi is talking, it's clear that she's not getting what the filmmakers were intending, which just shows the poor script. And of course, I gotta remember it's based off of a book. Well, a lot of the times, when you base a movie off of a book and you copy and paste it, it's often for the detriment. So they should not have done that. They should have written something different because the result is sort of like a very mixed bag. I obviously chose it to torture Safi. I didn't really choose it because it would make a great movie for commentary. Except talking about Roman Polanski and his problems.
What? Don't tell me he's going to go to the bathroom now.
Maybe. And so, see, now, Nimi Kipi, see, this is the problem. See, to me, it's sort of implied at this point that this is the first time that he's gone to the bathroom.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
It's the first time they've shown him.
Yes, it is, because he's discovering what the people were staring at. That's why people were standing still. They're staring at a wall of hieroglyphics.
Mm-hmm.
Why are there hieroglyphics on a bathroom wall in a random apartment in France? I don't know. Do you know? No. And there's that Madame Diaz. And she's like, oh, you're going to the bathroom? It's about time. But, so number one, that scene's trash, and I gotta take a bean. Because number one, it's implied that that's the first time he's gone to the bathroom, which
I
is
don't
just
agree.
fucking retarded. And number two, the hieroglyphics, that's a very weak explanation for why the people were staring. I hate that. It really takes the horror out of it and makes it less creepy. And, it's spoilers, but the hieroglyphics is never explained why it's there. And it's very odd.
They should read the book.
To me, it's sort of a metaphor for the movie itself. You're stepping on the movie and sabotaging it. She's sabotaging it. You can tell. But, to me, them reading the hieroglyphics is sort of a metaphor for the audience trying to understand the movie itself by reading the hieroglyphics. It's like trying to decode something that you're just not going to be able to unless you have a hieroglyphics language guide. Now, this seems very good. It's sort of like the equivalent of the bathroom scene from The Shining. But anyways, I gotta take a booger bean now because of that bathroom scene that I don't like. What do you think, Safi? I mean, isn't it weird how there's hieroglyphics there? Why are there hieroglyphics? What do they mean?
And they're really nice, too. They're very nicely drawn.
It doesn't make any sense at all. It's very, very
there's a lot of things that don't make sense in these few scenes.
And so that's why I said it feels like that's a metaphor for the audience understanding the movie. Almost telling the audience, you're not going to be able to understand it, and you're just going to stare at it for hours and not know what it means. Which to me is kind of like a disappointment. Because that's not how good horror movies are made, folks. Okay, I'm eating a bean now. Oh, I got a booger bean!
Gross.
Oh no, why is there? I look at his face looks weird, stuff all over, what's going on? Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat the booger! He's got makeup on his face?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there it is.
It was very weird. Ugh. Uh-oh. So, okay, time to take another bean. Okay, every time you fall, that's a new rule.
Look at him
Safi?
with all that makeup.
Safi, spin the wheel. She fell asleep again. I didn't notice, guys. Take a bean.
I don't think so.
Every time you fall asleep, you're going to be taking a bean.
Okay, Is that anything?
She got banana, strawberry shake, or dead fish.
Oh, God.
Let's pick it out for her.
Now what?
Oh, he's buying something.
He's buying a wig.
I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay, here you go, Safi. Take your sleepy bean.
Did I take my pill?
Look.
I don't think I did. I don't understand.
See, I don't like that. That's just stupid.
Oh, God.
Safi doesn't know what's going on any more than I did the first time I watched it. It just shows the poor script for this movie. Doesn't make sense, and it's very, very...
Look at those platforms.
case you're wondering, he's talking like a woman, so I just paused that so I could get some of these. Look at Sophie's reaction.
Why is he doing this? Oh, I hate those stockings. I was gonna just stand in front of the window and stare at them.
You never thought you'd see him in drag before,
No.
right, Safi?
No.
Eat your bean. Eat it.
Nobody's in there.
You're cheating. Eat your bean, or you take another one. Eat your bean, Safi.
Oh, God.
That's what you get. Next time you fall asleep, just think about that taste.
Oh, God.
And now we're going to get to something even more disturbing. Probably one of the most disturbing, gross scenes of the film. It's very uncomfortable to watch.
Oh, God.
Because Safi's going to hate this too.
I'm not eating another one.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Uh-oh.
Look, there's blood all over. It's very uncomfortable to look at. Now watch the. It's very.
He bit his
gross.
tongue.
No. His front tooth was pulled out, and he thinks that his neighbors did it, like the other woman. That's what happened with the other woman. But just the fact that he woke up with that and the blood all over, it's very creepy. And so it's in the wall. And he's in the drag, and he looks like Tootsie now.
If I were him, I'd move out.
See, Safi is not getting what they're going for. And see, now he's implying he can't have a girlfriend. And I'm sorry, but I think that might be illegal. I mean...
Oh. No, this was a common... I don't know when, this...
You can't have an apartment?
Can't have any, either you can't have them stay over or you can't have them, I don't know. Anybody.
But it's clear he's allowed to have friends over. If they don't make any noise. Uh-oh. You always have a chocolate.
Oh. That looked good, that buttered bread.
Well, he's sick of
Boy, did they butter it.
forcing it on him. Look at them. You're like, what the fuck?
Is this last half of the hour that is nonsensical and queer?
Oh, yeah. Oh! Yeah. Here's the infamous scene. Just wait. Just wait, Safi.
Looks like Colin.
Yeah, this scene is a very weird scene. This scene is gonna make Safi take another bean. That's for damn sure. or else I'll fucking force her.
Look at those cool boats.
Look at that.
Little toy boats.
See, if you're watching this a second time, it's even worse. Because the first time it makes no sense. The second time it makes even less sense. Now watch this, Safi.
Don't tell me he's gonna do something with those boats.
You should see Safi's face.
Oh my god!
I told you, Safi, that was a very weird and creepy scene. And see, now it's clear that it's trying to show that he's the one who's insane. And see, I just think that's retarded, and it's really just not that great storytelling.
No, and it's kind of something that's been done before.
Yeah, it is very, very cliche.
And here they have the ball thing. That's like the,
No, it's not a ball, it's something else. You'll see. It's a chopped off head. Isn't that scary, Safi? So now the neighbors are playing with the chopped off head. And see, the thing is that this movie, it was so good when it was about this guy who moved in. He's trying to solve the mystery of that woman who killed herself.
oh my god, that was the mother. Now they're gonna chop off the daughter's head? Oh, no.
It's hallucination, Safi. See, Safi does not get what they're going for. It's just clear. It just shows, it just demonstrates how weak this movie is. I mean, this should be really scary, but it's not. It's just kind of like, you know...
Weird.
It's weird because, like, on one hand they're trying to show he's insane, but on the other hand you got the plot about them. And I'm sorry, but they're not normal people. They're fucking evil. The way that they obsess over noise and their restrictions. I mean, they're not normal people, so... I don't know, it's just a very mixed bag. I like the plot more about him as the good guy, rather than this new plot, which is where he's insane, and he's just, like, going crazy, like...
If I were him, I'd just walk out.
He's crazy, Safi. That's what they're trying to tell you. See how bad this movie is? I mean, now there's people at his window when they couldn't climb up there. They're reaching in there like zombies. It is the last half hour, Safi. That's how bad it is because Safi could tell. She could tell when the movie went off the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Well, he didn't seem like the kind of person who would slap a child in the face. That's not very normal.
Well, and the way that he was sitting there all alone, it's very weird. And of course, now they're saying he had a hallucination and he hurt his hand. So it's just becoming more and more cliche.
Plus, why is he wearing a dress and those... Do you know those heels to walk on those? How bothersome those are, those platforms.
It's to symbolize that he's going crazy.
Yeah.
Because he's not himself. He is like... Which to me is like kind of weak. I thought that he would do it for a point where he would like scare them into thinking that he was her coming back to life and that she was haunting the apartment or something. And maybe like he could come up with a fake story where it's like, oh, she's the one making all the noise and I can't stop her because she's a ghost. wah, 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 what can I do? I guess you'll just have to put up with noise like a normal fucking person. But no, it's just this weird symbol of insanity.
Look at that. There's the Eiffel Tower. The, what is it? The Leases.
Yeah, the movie's really losing me. It's too bad. It is better than Rosemary's Baby, though. I mean, what do you think so far? Do you like this better than Rosemary?
Rosemary's Baby makes you feel uncomfortable. This movie just makes you think, oh God, this is
Stella.
bizarre. Stella! Look, she has her name on there all with, surrounded by flowers and cursive. Weird S.
She wants you to know she's there, Safi. If you don't like something, you gotta take a bean, Safi. And you know how I know you're cheating?
She's half asleep, so.
You didn't like that S. That's
I don't know what time this, what time of the day is it?
Early morning, maybe? Isn't this movie way better than Promising Young Feminazi, though? And you gotta admit that. It's way better.
Look at that, light. Look at that lamp. With the pink balls. That's interesting.
Maybe 20 minutes left of this crap. This plot's just kind of weak. This scene directly mirrors the scene in Rosemary's Baby, where she goes to that other doctor for help, and then she tells him what's going on.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Good, let's go take a nap now while I go out and get help." And then what happens with that? But see, the thing is that this guy's so much better. I mean, I don't understand. That was very weird. Didn't make any sense why she kissed him. What? Or
Look at that. Fresh butter, fresh cream.
But, you know, this character, he's a lot better than her. I think that's why I like this movie more, because he's smarter.
Look at that coat.
What? Very strange.
Look at that alligator thing.
She's wearing some ugly scientist glasses.
That was style back then.
It's
Real big glasses.
a little office reference for people. He's looking through a photo album. He's like, yeah, this is when she was younger and hotter. Right, so.
He doesn't have to answer the door. It's not his apartment.
Yeah, but it's someone. Why would someone be there? Because she called the person to be there. So it's like the scene in Rosemary's Baby where she goes to that doctor, and then what do you know? There's this guy. He's a doctor that she called to see him because he's insane.
No, it's not him. It's somebody else.
It's a doctor. Look, he's got a doctor's bag. Because Stella called him. It's like that scene in Rosemary's Baby. And of course, this guy is smart, so he didn't even answer the door. And, you know, he would have done a lot better than Rosemary.
Oh my God.
And of course, this disturbing Safi is
He shouldn't have.
genealogist.
Oh God. Why would he do that? Tear up her apartment like that.
Because he's insane. See, you're not getting what the movie's.
Oh no.
You're not getting what the movie's trying to tell you. And so it's.
Now he's going to get into her money?
So it's clear that, you know, the movie is not good at, like, telling you, like, helping you along in the story. It's just like, it just happens. And I don't know how to describe it. It's just very poor storytelling. You know, when you compare this to The Shining, it's sort of like night and day. This is like The Shining for old people. And The Shining is already, some people find that movie slow, even though it's not slow, if you really think about it. It's a weird painting, too. I don't know what that painting's supposed to be, because I can't read the French language. Because I took German in school, so I don't know the French language.
What painting?
You didn't see that painting? Here.
Well, I was noticing all the fixtures and
I'm gonna show Safi.
the light decor. It's very what do they call it? Art Nouveau or?
is a strange painting.
Hold to rewind. I have to go to the bathroom.
Well, see, the thing is that this movie's still going on, and you don't want to disappoint the audience by abandoning them. Let's see. Okay. I'll pause so you can see the painting. See, look at that painting.
Oh.
Look, isn't that weird? What is that? I don't understand.
You know what that reminds me of? That Buffy, the vampire
the
slayer.
Gentleman.
The young gentleman.
Yeah.
That reminds me of only their painted faces.
It's very weird. I don't understand what it's supposed to be for.
La peinture lure.
They have white eyes. They look like monster demon people. It's very weird, and I'm sure maybe that was on purpose. Maybe, I don't know. And of course, at this point, he's no longer the hero of the movie because he's insane. And that's why I don't like it, because it's like, you know, at least in The Shining, you know, it's Jack Nicholson, so he's more likable even if he's gonna murder his family. But, you know, this guy on screen has done stuff in real life that's questionable, so it's not very pleasant to see him doing questionable stuff on screen as well. I mean, to be honest, he was looking through her photo album because he was getting off on the fact that he's looking at pictures of her as a kid, which I'm sure nobody picks that up, but you know, that's, he probably chose to do that as the
Yeah,
director.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom.
Go ahead, Safi.
I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
You need to go puke?
But he's I don't understand, he's having like hallucinations.
Yeah, he's insane.
Oh, look at that lamp. I've seen stuff like that on auction.
Okay, I'm pausing it now. Well, some people have suggested that the problem is that he's paranoid schizophrenic.
Oh.
I don't know. What do you think, Safi? What do you think his problem is? It's just not clear.
I don't know. I didn't
Makes
think
no
he had
sense.
a problem.
Well, that's the
You don't just suddenly get a problem.
Well,
Even
that's
when you're
why I
paranoid
thought.
schizophrenic.
That's why I thought maybe it's something to do with the former woman. It's something supernatural, but no, of course not. That would make too much sense. It would make too much sense if it was like her fucking ghost possessing him. And, you know, it's actually her. And she's upset that, you know, this guy is living in her apartment. And so what does she do? She possesses his body. She takes over him and she forces him to become like her, and she destroys all of his relationships and does all this stuff to wreck his life. You know, that would have been a better story actually. And then at the end, there could have been like a battle for his soul where, you know, I don't know, something interesting happens. But, you know, I could come up, honestly, like, it's really not that hard. I could come up with 1,000,000 plots that would have been way better than this plot that we have right here. And, you know, I'm not trying to brag, it's just a fact, you know. You know, this plot, it's very cliche, it's very typical. There's like 10-15 minutes in the movie left, and already it's just feeling like a disappointment. It's feeling like I've been let down. And, like, you know, there's no mystery is going to be solved because the mystery all along has been that he's insane. Which makes no fucking sense because, you know, the whole first half of the movie is showing the neighbors are evil. The neighbors are not normal people. I mean, you got Slimer as the concierge. And then all of a sudden, he's the one who's insane. You know, see what I mean? It just does not make sense. There's just so many mysteries, so many questions that just have no answer to them. And, it's fine to have a couple of questions left open, but this is almost like on purpose, the amount of questions that are left open. That's why I said the scene with the hieroglyphics, it really, to me, it makes me think it's a symbol of, like, you're not going to be able to get this shitty movie. The best part of the movie is clearly the performance of Roman Polanski. I really wish that he would have been in a better, that they wrote the script more better for this movie, because
It's just better.
because it's sort of a sham. I mean, it's completely contradictory, because the whole first half, as I was saying, Safi, is that the whole first half is about how the neighbors are weird and the neighbors are not normal, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's him who's the one who's
And
not
I don't
normal.
like that.
And it just doesn't make sense at all. I mean, there's no hints that he's the one who's evil, he's the one who's mentally ill. There's no hints at that at all. It just happens out of nowhere. That's why I said, like, it would have been better if there was a reason.
Of course, I've been around paranoid schizophrenics,
Like, perhaps,
and they appear really normal
you know, it
until
would've-
they start freaking out about something.
But you know what would have been really weird if the ghost of that woman who committed suicide was possessing him to become like her,
Yeah.
and that would have been a much better explanation to me.
Well, it might have something to do with him and his grief.
Oh, okay. So
That
take a
would be
bean.
years later, but still.
Take a bean, Safi. It's clear you don't like something. Don't cheat, Safi. Don't cheat the audience of their noises that they want to hear.
This is France, but he's got a great big dollar bill up there.
Okay, you don't like that. Take a bean.
No, I don't understand it.
You're breaking the rules, Safi. You
Marco,
didn't
I
like
don't
that.
understand it. That
You
doesn't.
didn't like that. Take a bean. Take a bean.
I don't know how this is going to end.
Badly. Okay, take a bean.
Marco, I'm not taking another
You
bean.
didn't like something. It's your duty to take it. It's your duty, Safi. It's your duty. Safi's a little bit cantankerous tonight, which will just make her punishment commentary part 2 even worse.
Guy looks like a Gestapo. That black leather coat.
Probably on purpose to make him look scary. Which doesn't.
Well, look at him. He's taller. He's taller than everybody, and he's.
I mean, there's such a small amount of time in the movie left. It's like, nothing that could happen is going to be satisfying.
It's weird how some of the people are French and some of them are American.
It's really anticlimactic. Very disappointing. And see, he's having hallucination again.
I know.
It just that that's gonna be you taking your COVID vaccine, Safi. It would have been a lot scarier if
Why are they doing that where you give blood? Oh, God.
Safi, look.
Ugh.
You don't like it? Take a bean.
No, I just can't.
Don't cheat.
I never watch when I do it.
Don't cheat. He's not actually giving him a shot. It's a fucking movie. Fucking
Yeah, I know. It's a movie.
take a bean, Safi.
Still. No, I'm not
Yeah,
taking another
take a
bean. I
bean.
can't do it.
If you cheat, you have to take 4. So
I'm not cheating.
you are. You did the same thing.
Marco, you're
Yeah.
just saying that because you want to see me do that.
No, it's because I'm playing by the rules, Safi.
Yeah, I don't get this. It's like it was movies one way,
And now it's the other.
now it's the other, and it's really going to stay this way?
Yeah, that's what's unfortunate about it.
Oh, that's sad.
Disappointment. Very disappointing. After such a strong start, such a great movie for the first half. Here's Slimer. Slimer Winters. Take a bean. And now see, they're trying to make them look like normal people. Those people are not normal people.
No, no.
They're evil.
They're complaining about noise all the time when he doesn't make anything.
And so, like, it's very strange, this weirdness. It's almost like, you know, it's like there were 2 different writers. And one writer killed himself halfway through the script, and the other writer took over. And the other writer decided to do all this weird shit. Very cliche. Very, very cliche. Now they're all, like, they're trying to make this like a Rosemary's Baby type of scene where all the neighbors are evil. Like, just very stupid. Very, very stupid. I don't like that. Safi, you don't like it either. Take a bean. I have to take
You haven't even
strawberry.
seen all these people the whole movie.
I know. See? Oh, you're complaining. Take a bean. Spin the wheel. Safi, you're cheating.
I can't. Oh,
You have
okay,
to,
this is it. I'm not
Safi.
going to do it again.
No, that's not how the rules play the game.
Okay, now what? Okay, I did it.
I'm eating dead fish. Fucking. Oh, you get to have a blue one. Have fun. I'm eating dead fish and it tastes terrible. Oh, there's Stella.
This is probably soap. Oh no, he's going to jump in those
But
platforms.
See what I mean? He deliberately hired a woman he doesn't find attractive to be the love interest because she's not really supposed to be the love interest. Which is very strange. That was a very weird shot. And now, see, I just hate that. I hate the fact that happened. I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. That's going to be another bean I have to take, probably for Safi as well. Of course, she's probably going to cheat. Like she's been doing the whole stream. Oh, I got chocolate.
Yeah, but look, there's something wrong because the first tenant did the same
did
thing.
the same thing. I know. Well, no, there's nothing. That's what's wrong with him. He's mentally ill, Safi.
Well, but how could this be?
Because he's mentally ill. See how stupid that is? I mean, that's just so stupid.
That doesn't make any sense.
Such
Not
a
after.
What a poor cliche script. What a disappointment. I mean, he is a pedophile, so if you didn't know about that, then you should fuck off.
What?
Now he's having these stupid hallucinations. I mean, it's cartoony. Look, she's waggling. Look at that! She's waggling her tongue.
I know.
This is
well, no, she's got a snake tongue,
This is
like a fork tongue.
cartoony. This is stupid. You know, look, he's dragging himself up the stairs like... It's like a reversal of the Exorcist scene where she's on the stairs, where he's dragging himself back up the stairs. And look, oh, those poor neighbors, they're all normal. Right? Oh, look, she's disturbed. The whole movie she's been Slimer, the evil concierge, and now she's like, oh no. Watch this, Safi. Yeah, you're the insane one.
Oh. What's...
Now this is a great shot and a great ending. See, if it really was her possessing him, that would have been really good for that to happen. Now see, this makes no sense why they're showing this. So, taking another bean. Yeah, that's Booger. Unfortunately...
What, none of the movie ever happened?
No. Chocolate or canned dog food. Of course, it's canned dog food.
Wasn't even a human sound.
Do you like that, Safi? It's done. You survived the Tenant. What'd you think, Safi?
He's supposed to be a file clerk?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard of this movie.
It's a very famous movie of his.
Really?
It's one of the only two movies I think that he starred in himself, and you know, I think that he's a really good actor, so I think it's actually a stronger movie of his because he's acting in it.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't acting in it, it might not have been as good. But so what'd you think, Safi?
I don't know. I just got to think about it for a while because it's weird.
It really goes off the rail, and it disappoints because it's not satisfying.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like I don't know. I mean, even if you saw it one way and then you saw it another, usually there's a point at the end where uh, you can kind of come up with the explanation of what happened.
And you can think of it more logically.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's kind of like, oh, he was crazy all along.
No, I don't believe it. Because the same thing happened to the other girl.
Yeah.
So what do? Catch her craziness?
The other girl.
Like it's a virus? No.
The mystery of her killing herself, it's still unexplained. There's so many mysteries that are just unexplained and just never answered. Like, what about the hieroglyphics?
Yeah, I know.
What about
what was that all about?
the Egyptian stuff? I mean, there's just so much stuff that's just, like, you're not going to even bother to answer this stuff. It's like, this is a 2-hour-long movie, and the least you could do is just answer a couple of questions.
Really?
And not just make up stuff. Because those neighbors at the end, they're acting like they're normal people. And it's like, that's just very disappointing. So, Safi, did you like it more or less than Rosemary's Baby?
Well, now I didn't read this guy's book. I'd actually like to read the book.
Safi wants to read the Tenant book now.
Because the Rosemary's Baby, remember, I read the book, so
Yeah.
that kind of helps with structuralizing it,
Well,
giving it a framework.
at least that movie made sense at the end.
This movie, at the well, I know, that's the thing. This movie, at the beginning, you had one way, it seemed to be structured, and all the way through the middle, and then there came this point when he slapped the little boy in the face, then it went off the rails.
Yeah. Of course, that was a very well done scene, but it just didn't fit. The first time I saw that scene, I actually laughed at it because I thought it was just so out of nowhere. But I really think that, not that it could be remade, but I think maybe it could have like a sequel where someone else moves into that apartment, and it all kind of happens again or something, but this time it would be kind of like a soft remake where they answer questions while also keeping the mystery. You could even have Roman Polanski return to direct and be in it in a small scene where we see his character and maybe he's still alive and he's still in all those bandages and things. And that would be kind of cool to see. Like him in his 70s and he's in all those bandages and you have this new character looking at him. That'd be kind of cool. So that's what I think should happen.
Yeah.
Make a sequel. Make The Tenant Part 2. And then call it Tenant. Like Christopher Nolan's Tenant. Right, Safi?
Christopher Nolan.
There's your phone.
Okay, we gotta go to bed now.
And you know what you could do? You could have that woman from Promising Young Feminazi as one of the evil neighbors. She could play Madame Diaz's granddaughter. And Madame Diaz's granddaughter is a feminazi and an evil person. So that would be very interesting. So say goodbye to everybody.
Bye!